Hi everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today. This one's kind of a pairing reading to yesterday's reading. So yesterday we looked at the biggest good thing happening for you in August, whereas today we're going to be looking at the biggest challenge that you might be facing in August. Okay, so I am using the Magpie Lenormand. So as I said yesterday, we do have the two pairing Lenormand decks, the Owl and the Magpie, and then this is the original, the Magpie, but with the darker imagery. I thought it was a bit better suited to today's reading. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate all your support. It really does help the channel grow and glow, so thank you. Being such a small channel, guys, it really does make a huge difference, so thank you for your support. Okay, but today I'm going to start off with, start at the top today with Aries. I will be taking timestamps as always. Okay, so getting into it, like I said, starting off with Aries. Okay, Aries, what is going to be your biggest challenge in August? Aries' biggest challenge in August, please. Okay, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I want to say that for you straight away, Aries. We do see the tree coming through first, though. So, this month, the biggest challenge you're going to be facing is your self-growth and being able to look after yourself. Okay, the tree is all about self and self-growth and maturing and, listening to wisdom for some of you here as well. We do see the snake coming through there next, as well as the sun. Okay, so the sun is definitely that light at the end of the tunnel. But for some of you, this is it's all kind of interrelated here, because the snake does talk about in this scenario it's talking about self-deception, Aries. So really healing and growing from the things that you kind of lie to yourself about. There may be some big personal revelations with the sun coming through that really brings things out into the light. So there may be some big personal revelations coming through for you this month as your biggest challenge, that you're going to have to face those and deal with those and sort of get to the truth at the bottom of that and work out exactly what is it exactly that I am passionate about here. Following your heart and your passion and your desire is probably a good thing for you with all of this at the moment, Aries, because it's going to help remove the seeds of self-doubt and the things that you're lying to yourself about. Self-deceit was the word I was looking for. So the areas in your life where you're deceiving yourself into believing something is one way when really it's another. Ask for the light to be shown. Follow the light, follow your true desires, your passions, and that will help you find the answers for yourself this month, Aries. For some of you, there is a truth here in regard to something to do with physical intimacy. Okay, so sex. So there's something coming to light for some of you about the way that you need to mature with the way that you look at sex as well. Sometimes the snake can talk about physical intimacy. So, there may be just something in the way that you're approaching physical intimacy that you do need to sort of, I'm hearing, wisen up and mature the way that you're approaching sex. There's some sort of self-deceit here. I am hearing that there's one person here where it's you tell yourself you're interested in a certain sexual thing, but that's covering something else. There's a truth underneath that. You're not actually as sexually motivated by that thing as what you think that you are. You're kind of covering up some other truth by that, if that makes sense to whoever that is for. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Aries. Hopefully it's not too big of a challenge for you this month. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, but we'll move over to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, what is Taurus's biggest challenge for August? Biggest challenge Taurus is facing for August, please. Hard decisions, Taurus. We have the crossroads coming through first. So there is a decision coming through this month that is going to be a challenging decision to make. Okay, it's not going to be, yes, I can clearly see which path I need to take here. There may be like in this imagery, there may be branches coming off both roads that are both options that are available to you, and you just don't know which path to take here. There is this element here too. We have the albatross coming through, which is the cross card in the traditional deck, but this albatross is a lot more about the burden of sacrifice. So, when you're making this choice, there may be something that you're needing to sacrifice in order to make the choice that is actually best for yourself. We do see the tower coming through as well. So, that sort of shows us that there's probably the need for you with this situation to really spend some time alone. For some of you, the decision may be directly involving solitude. Okay, the need to be alone. For some of you, it may have to do with somebody older than you or from your past. Something to do with the foundation of yourself. So we do see quite often, we see childhood issues coming up with the tower sometimes as well. So this choice or decision that you're needing to make this month, that it is going to be a challenge. There is going to be some sort of sacrifice, or it's going to feel like you're needing to sacrifice something in order to make the decision that is right for yourself here, Taurus. So I hope that sort of pre-warned is pre-armed. He's hoping for you, Taurus, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Geminis. Gemini. Okay, Gemini. What's the biggest challenge Gemini will be facing in August? Gemini's biggest challenge for August, please. Retrograde is here. We're about to hit into retrograde, Gemini, and I'm definitely seeing retrograde energy for you. We have the mouse, first and foremost. So that is the past. I'm straight away, when I'm seeing that card for you here, Gemini, this is it's telling me straight away. The past is coming back to haunt you this month. Okay, so be warned about this. I am also seeing, we do have the lily, as well as the tower. So the tower does also reference the past. With the mice there, this is something that has probably stressed you out for a very long time, because the lily does talk about long term. For a lot of you here, it may be something that it's something that flares your inner emotional vulnerability, sensitivity sort of stuff as well. The lilies is very, very close to your emotions. But I do feel for a lot of you, this is something or someone coming back around from your past. And it's kind of with the tower there, I feel like this is going to, it's feeling like make or break. It is feeling like a bit of a make or break moment. This is the moment where you're needing to decide, do we rebuild this tower and build it stronger this time? Or do we just smash that to the ground and let the tower fall, let the tower crumble? So it feels like, there is sort of a question that comes along with this thing from the past, as to, am I going to use this to rebuild and rebuild stronger fortress around myself here, or am I going to allow this to, crumble something from my life that has, stressed me out for a very long time here? I do feel that for a lot of you, this is a person. Okay, with the tower there, it definitely could be somebody from your childhood as well, somebody older, like a parental authority type figure in your life. So just be aware of that as well, Gemini. But, hopefully it's not too crazy for you this month. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and subscribe. And I will move on over to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. What's the biggest challenge Cancer is facing in August? What's the biggest challenge Cancer is facing in August, please? Oh, this is a relatively straightforward. It's kind of you know, I could probably go into a lot more detail with the cards that I'm seeing here, but it is directing me to a very straightforward message with what I am seeing here. So firstly, we have the letter, which is the card of communication. We also have the whip, which is trouble, tension, drama, fighting, okay? With the letter here, this is probably going to be a verbal altercation, okay? So a fight, like a fight with somebody, a verbal fight with somebody. It could get a little bit out of hand, okay? And we do see the heart as well. So this is either with somebody that you care about, fighting with somebody that you care about, having a fight or an argument with somebody that you care about, or having some sort of drama with somebody that you care about. Communication drama, more likely than, you know, any other sort of drama, okay? Or if it's not with somebody that you care about, it's about something that you care about deeply, okay? So be on the lookout for issues with communication this month, and a very potentially likely like a verbal argument here. So, you know, maybe research how you want to deal with conflict, especially verbal sort of conflict, communication conflict. You know, being pre-warned is pre-armed, okay? So just be ready to deal with verbal conflict this month, Cancer. It does feel as though that is you know, pretty straightforward, trying to tell that to you without much extra information in that for you, unfortunately, Cancer. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. I'll move on to our Leos. Okay, Leo, what is Leo's biggest challenge in August? What is the biggest challenge for Leo in August, please? Coming out of your shell, Leo. In a nutshell, that's what we're seeing here, is coming out of your shell. Firstly, we have the chrysalis. Okay, so we see you there hiding away in your cocoon, in your shell. We have the book, which is about jumping into the unknown, you know, opening up the next chapter of your life, opening up to that. You're here. You're kind of, I don't want to come out of my cocoon. Here is comfortable. Here is safe. I don't want to come out. We do see the sun, which is your card, Leo, which is asking you to come out into the light. Okay, so that's going to be your biggest challenge this month, is actually coming out of your shell, getting out and about a little bit more, you know, and not just coming out of your own self, but like, because I feel like there's a sense of hibernation here about you, Leo, where you've kind of been hiding yourself away from the world. So for some of you, it's coming out of your own self. For some of you, it's literally coming out of your house and spending more time with people. And for others of you, this is like coming out prepared to take the future. You know, coming out of that safety zone in a little sense there, that, you know, taking steps, actually making forward movement towards your future here, coming out into the light. There is a lot of happiness. There's light at the end of the tunnel for you with this, with that sun there. There's definitely potential happiness for you if you do this, but it is going to be challenging for you, Leo, to actually, you know, step out of your comfort zone this month and take on some stuff that maybe, you know, you haven't done before. So you know, obviously, if this is coming through as your challenge, the advice is to do the opposite of what the challenge is, and to actually, you know, come out of your shell more and explore, and, you know, be a little bit more adventurous and take on new things that you haven't experienced before, Leo. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome, of course, to check your other placements. Subscribe to the channel as well. I do really appreciate that. But moving on to our Virgo. Okay, Virgo. What is the biggest challenge coming through for Virgo in August? Virgo, biggest challenge for Virgo in August, please. We have the ring first and foremost here. So we are looking at your biggest challenges to do with relationships. We do see the birds, which talks about conversations. So the communication styles within your relationships doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could just be, friends, families, co-workers. This is going to be your biggest struggle, your biggest challenge this month is having clear, honest communication with people that you have relationships with. So not with strangers. We're not worried about strangers because we do see that you have actual, ties to these people that you're struggling to have these conversations with. So there may be a particular conversation that you're needing to have with somebody this month, Virgo, that you are, that is coming through as your biggest challenge here. We do also see the clover, so taking a risk to go ahead and do this and be honest and open. So it's challenging for you to take a chance on having this conversation or not knowing the outcome of this conversation. It makes the conversation risky. It's hard to come out of your safety comfort zone there. So that you're being asked to kind of do the opposite. Take a chance, have the conversations. Try to be very open and honest with all your communication with people around you at the moment, Virgo. That's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. I'm just going to quickly pause and move over to Libra. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully we've stopped that background noise now. But that's what we have for you, Virgo. You're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. But we will move on over to our Libra. Okay, Libra. The biggest challenge coming through for Libra in August. For some reason I nearly said April then, Libra. So I'm like, has something gone on, something maybe going, I'm like feeling like something might have happened or started in April that is actually, coming through with a bit of extra challenge for you now in August as well. Just intuitively there, but we'll ask the cards what they want to say. Libra, biggest challenge for Libra in August, please. Oh, this is an interesting energy. Just clarify that third card for Libra, please. Just clarify that third card. Is that a separate person or is that... Clarify? It is a separate person. We have the house coming through first and foremost here, Libra. So I do just want to make a note here that for some of you, there is going to be some potential house issues this month, especially for those of you who have, you live with people that you are not either related to or in partnerships with. Okay, so if you have flatmates that you're not related to or in a romantic partnership with, you may have some issues with those people this month, and that might be what your biggest challenge is, because I am seeing people, okay, here. The house is all about your stability and your security. So for some of you, it's kind of like, I just keep picking up on this message for those of you with flatmates that are, separate from you, that there may be some issues with them, that it really leads to, unstable situation at the house. Like you don't know whether you're going to get kicked out or this sort of stuff. Just some concerns coming up, some challenges on how do we deal with these people, okay? Because I do have multiple people. I feel like this is multiple people. We do have the dog and then the cat as well, okay? So they generally are both going to be people, although I am getting another side message here that for somebody here, there may be and this is a straightforward message for somebody that, for somebody, the dog or the cat might get out. And because the card that's clarifying the cat and dog there is the garden, which is the public. So there may be something about the dog and the cat get out of the house and into public, like they go missing or something like that. So make sure keeping your yard secured and all that sort of stuff. If you have a dog or a cat, be mindful to make sure that they can't get out of the house. For some of you here, okay? But for majority of you, this is more to do with this flatmate storyline I'm picking up on here, because, with the dog energy, that's someone who is a friend. We consider this person a friend. They're loyal to us, compassionate to us. So I feel like for some of you, this is somebody like your friend that doesn't live there, but then this cat feels like they live there. Okay, and the cat is somebody that you don't know as well, somebody who may be a little bit standoffish. And I feel like for some of you, what's happening is these two people are having an altercation, and you're kind of stuck in the middle of it. That's kind of what it feels like for someone here. And with the Garden, clarifying that is the card of, trying to meet halfway, trying to, everyone trying to get on the same page, everyone trying to, follow the house rules and all this sort of thing. So it just does feel as though there's some issues around that sort of a thing, like getting on with flatmates and having dramas going on in between, infighting going on in between the social grouping within the house. Okay. If you don't fit those parameters, okay, so if you don't have a dog, you don't have a cat, and you don't have flatmates, you live with your family, you live with a loved one, this might just be talking about, your inner stability getting roughed up a little bit by your social groupings outside of the home, okay? But I'm picking up that for majority of you, this is specific to, the house dynamic that you live in. Okay, so for some of you that may not resonate, depending on your personal situation, of course, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Hopefully it's not too much drama for you. I did see in one of the other signs, we have already seen there was a verbal altercation coming through for somebody, so maybe one of your housemates are one of those placements, so you might want to check their placements if you know them and see what's actually happening for them this month, and keep you on guard a little bit more there, Libra. Okay, but like I said, check your other placements, subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Scorpios. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, what is going on for Scorpio in August? Biggest challenge for Scorpio in August, please. Just looking at the time there, and I'm like, I'm actually doing this reading a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. Yesterday's reading took about an hour, but as soon as I say that, there's always someone that comes through with some energy that takes me a little bit longer to delve into, and I feel like that might be you, Scorpio. There is a kind of clear message here. I'm getting a few different messages because the cards I've got here, that some of them can go, total different directions. The first card we have is the albatross. Okay, which is the cross card in the traditional deck. That's followed through by the snake, which I believe is actually your card, Scorpio. Okay, and we also have the clouds. Okay, so for some of you, it's kind of, there is this I'll start with the straightforward message, because for a couple of you, the biggest challenge you're facing this month is the need to sacrifice sex in order to preserve your mental well-being. So I don't know how exactly that applies, but that kind of is the message I'm getting for someone here, that you need to sacrifice the sex in order to keep your own sanity and your own peace of mind. Okay, because this is the thoughts card, the clouds there. And that's all about, overthinking things, going too deeply into thinking things, and the more that we overthink things, the more it leads us to anxiety and depression, You know, the more it clouds our judgment and confuses us about the situation even more. And I feel like there's something going on. It may be more to do with the person that you're having sex with, that is, you know, clouding your judgment. And it's leaving you in this state of confusion, anxiety, maybe even depression for some of you, where it's actually, you know, it's not actually the best thing for your highest good at the moment to continue a sexual relationship with this person. Okay, so for some of you, we see sacrifice with that albatross card. That's all about sacrifice, and with that snake here, in that meaning, it's the physical intimacy needs to be sacrificed in order to protect your own sanity here. For others of you, we do see the same sacrifice coming through. There is some sort of sacrifice coming through that seems to be the prevailing thing for some of you here. But for others of you, it's a little bit deeper, okay? Because that snake energy can also talk about self-deception. So with the snake energy, it's like we, you know, the self-deception, we lie to ourselves to make ourselves be able to deal with certain things or feel better about certain things. And especially with the clouds there as well, it's like you're kind of deceiving yourself with the way that you're thinking about something or everything. You are kind of, for some of you, it's like you're needing to release and sacrifice the overthinking in general, because, you know, with the snake there, you're probably deceiving yourself by only allowing yourself to think about the positive, like the potential negative outcomes. You're telling yourself, oh, if this happens, then that'll happen, then this will happen, then that'll happen, then, oh, that's not good. And then, you know, but you're forgetting to see the silver lining in the clouds, and realize that there could be potential positive outcomes here as well. So you're needing to sort of stop. I'm getting very clearly here, Scorpio. Stop lying to yourself. And for some of you, it's stop lying to yourself that trying to be so rational and logical is the right thing for yourself, because it's not. You need to come from your heart more than your, you know, I'm getting this fight sort of between, you know, your heart space and your head space. So you're trying to be very logical and rational, but the logical, rational side of yourself is clouding your own judgment here, because you're wrapping yourself up in thought too much, which is actually giving you like anxiety here. So you need to sort of sacrifice that way of thinking and allow yourself to come from your heart space, and come from, you know, following your true passion, your true desires, following your heart, Scorpio, and that will help remove that self-deceit and help you sort of get your head out of the clouds when it comes to this issue. I feel like for a lot of you, it's connected to a person. Like you've kind of, you're kind of deceiving yourself, and even though you kind of know that, like I keep just picking up the phrasing that you know that this isn't good for you, but you keep telling yourself it's fine. And that's what you're sort of deceiving yourself about. And you need to sort of come down out of your thoughts and start following your heart and following what you truly desire out of this situation. And as soon as you start doing that, I feel like you're going to realize that this is not right for you. This is not where your heart is taking you. This is not where, you know, your true desires lay. So sorry if that's a bit confronting, Scorpio. That's probably one of the harshest ones we've seen so far. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements. Hopefully they're a little bit nicer on you. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move over to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, how are we? Sagittarius's biggest challenge for August. Sagittarius, what's your biggest challenge for August? Sagittarius, biggest challenge for August, please. Interesting. Someone's holding you back, Sagittarius. These two came out together. Okay, so we have the Tower and the Fox came out together. So the Fox, in this sort of a reading, the Fox always talks about a person. This is a person from your past with the Tower there. This is someone from your past or somebody who's older than you, somebody that you've known, for a very long time, because sometimes a person connected to the Tower can be like someone who's an authority figure to you or a childhood type figure that they've been there since the foundation of you and the creation of you sort of thing. So for some of you, it may be a parent figure that we're seeing here. This person is probably, I'm picking up a lot of physical features with these two cards, that they're probably quite tall. They may be grey-haired, fox type, or fox color hair, like that rusty brown kind of colored hair, or grey, like silver hair. They may be quite tall. I'm getting the tall coming through again. They might be like quite broad and or very rectangular. Is that a thing? Like a person that's like just a tall rectangle shape. Like a tower. Okay, they're like a tower. There may be something. There may be somebody who is in a because this person's quite intelligent, but they may be in like I am picking up for some of you here that this person may be like connected to authority roles. So they may be working in an authority position or a governmental type position. Like even if that's something as simple as, they're a librarian or something like that. They're in a very sort of regimented role, a traditional role. I feel like a lot of people might respect this person, but this person is actually holding you back in some kind of a way here, Sagittarius, because we do have the caterpillar and then the chrysalis. So, this is your challenge, is getting on your journey, like moving forwards. The caterpillar and the chrysalis, that's in that same order of the caterpillar, it consumes and eats everything within sight so that it can curl up in its cocoon and look after itself and be safe and protected before it emerges into this full butterfly. But I feel like I'm just picking up here that you should have been a butterfly already. It's like, because what I'm picking up here is like with this consume energy, with the caterpillar, everything that you have consumed has been what this person has shown you or told you. Because I'm picking up like a teacher kind of energy, like, but not necessarily in a positive way. That realizing that, hang on, you've gone into a cocoon and everything that you're made up of, there's a reason that you can't now hatch and be free and be a butterfly. It's because you've been raised in this, or not necessarily raised, although for some of you it kind of is, but it's like, it's kind of like this person has instilled such like traditional values within you that even though they go against the core of who you really are, that's why we're having a struggle here, hatching and being free, because you're kind of at odds with yourself. You're inside this cocoon, like, I don't know how to break free of this because I'm being held back by what I've consumed, what I've been given to. I ate everything in sight that was given to me, but what happens if what was given to me was not part of who I really am? Like it's hard to explain what I mean here. But like if a caterpillar, right, they're supposed to eat leaves and flowers and all that sort of stuff. And if they had no other option but to, you know, the only food that was available to them was, you know, like a Big Mac. Okay, so that's what they had to consume before they went into their cocoon. They're never going to be the best butterfly they can be, are they? Because butterflies, you know, they're supposed to grow from the caterpillar that consumed the mulberry leaves, or you know, the flowers. There's just something wrong with the foundation here. And this is why you're finding you can't actually, you're really struggling to break free from something or someone, so, like a way of thinking, even a traditional role that has been sort of trained into you, is what I'm picking up here. That, you know, like in a reality sort of situation, it's kind of like, you know, the old examples of, you know, someone that they were in a family that had such strong beliefs about homosexuality that they ingrained it into you that, you know, being gay is wrong. And then you go off into your cocoon and you're trying to come out and be out and about in the world, but all of a sudden you've got this repressed side of yourself that you're in absolute odds with yourself, because, you know, there's this part of you that knows that you're gay, but you have this, you've just been spent so much of your life hearing and believing that that's wrong. And so all of a sudden you feel like you're wrong, and there's something fundamentally wrong with you, even though, you know, we all know there's not. This is a, you know, it's a story a lot of people understand, because you know, it's something that has probably been talked about a lot in you know, pop culture and social stuff, you know, what it was like for people when they were trapped in that closet, you know, and they couldn't come out and be honest about who they truly were. This is what that is. But I don't feel like it's the homosexual thing for a lot of you. It's something else. It may be religious beliefs. It may be, you know, it could be a lot of things. It's different for each and every one of you here. But there's a part of you that you've become so ingrained to believing something that the truth of you feels like you can't truly express it. You can't truly, you know, come out of your closet, whatever that closet is for you. You're really struggling to actually come out of that closet and be free. So that's going to be your biggest struggle this month. And just be aware that with what I'm seeing there, there's actually a person attached to that is holding you back and stopping you from coming out of the closet. It's kind of like you're in that closet, you're ready to come out, you're actually trying to come out, but someone's holding the door shut, and that's this person. So food for thought. That's some deep stuff, Sagittarius. Like that's quite deep. I hope that that's, you know, not the case for a lot of you, but you know, you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, but we'll move over to Capricorn. Capricorn's biggest challenge for August. What's the biggest challenge for our Capricorns in August, please? Two more shuffles, okay. One and... all right. Capricorn. Interesting. Straight away, the first card we have is the Garden, Capricorn. The first thing that's popping out with that Garden card is this: the biggest challenge for you this month might be meeting somebody halfway. But from what I'm looking at here, I'm just wanting to get some extra clarification. Clarify the central card for Capricorn, please. Clarify the central card for Capricorn. Why is that a challenge for Capricorn? Thanks for the answer, guys. I am picking it up intuitively anyway. The hidden energy I've got here, we've got the stars and then the ring. So there is, at the bottom of all this, at the bottom of you, Capricorn, there is a wish for a relationship. And that's why you're struggling to meet somebody halfway. Because the next card I have, we have the Rider, which is like, you can kind of see too, that usually this is good news on the way, but this is you needing to bring news to somebody or because the next card I have is the Birds. So that's like a conversation. So this is like, you're needing to meet somebody halfway and bring the conversation up. You're needing to have this conversation with somebody. And that's your biggest challenge, is to actually have this conversation. And the reason why it's your biggest challenge here is because of you, yourself. We have the Mountain, because it's going to take work. You're worried that yourself and this person are not up to the challenge to put in the work needed to fix whatever this conversation is about, to actually meet each other halfway, to help each other up the mountain. But the Mountain is your card, Capricorn. So it's like the reason why this is your biggest challenge is because of you yourself. And because we do also see self here with the tree clarifying that Rider. So it's like, yeah, you're needing to tell someone the truth about yourself, or needing to, because with the Rider bringing the tree as the good news to somebody else, it's like the tree is about your self-care, your self-healing, your growth, your maturity. So it's like you're trying to, your own inner wisdom too, You're trying to meet somebody halfway by, bringing to them this conversation about, look, this is how much I've healed. This is how much I've grown and changed. And the reason that it's a struggle for you here is because at the bottom of it, you wish for a relationship with this person, but you are worried. It's fear that's holding you back here, Capricorn, because you're worried that you and this person won't be able to overcome this. That whatever you're trying to compromise with this person, whatever this conversation needs to be about with this person, you're worried that you won't be able to overcome it. What exactly is this about? What's the conversation about for Capricorn, please? What is the conversation about? And who is it with? It's the stars saying that's what it's about. So it's about a potential relationship, about wishing for a relationship. Look, this is what I've grown and changed. I want a commitment. I want a relationship. This is what I truly wish for with you, or, When I ask for who, I feel like there's another card that wants to come out for that. Who is this for, Capricorn? Who is this conversation with for Capricorn? It's just telling me, it's just going back to communication. I want communication. There's the letter. Someone that you may already be texting, calling, talking to this person. You may already be in communication or with somebody, or maybe that's what the conversation is about. I want a stronger commitment with conversation between us and communication between us. That's where we need to meet halfway for some of you. This person is represented by the fish. So they could have a strong Gemini placement with that fish energy. It could also be an Aquarius or a Pisces placement coming through with that fish energy. But I feel like for a lot of you, because the fish sometimes talks about, oh, there's lots of fish in the sea. But I'm like, this is your fish, Capricorn. See, there's only two fish in this card. You have the two fish swimming around together in circles. You're kind of like, but you're my fish. This is my fish. You're the one I caught. You're the one I don't want to throw you back. Yeah, I'm hearing that thing. I see it as a meme all the time. This is my fish. I don't want to throw it back and try to find another one because the dating pool is full of pee. Not gonna lie, as a Capricorn, I agree. That's what we have for you, Capricorn. Maybe check your other placements. If that doesn't resonate for you, you're more than welcome to. But subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. What's the biggest challenge coming through for Aquarius in August? Biggest challenge for Aquarius in August, please. Just clarify that third card for Aquarius. Oh, okay, I'm getting a relatively clear message for you, Aquarius. We have the Tower. Okay, so this is talking about something or someone from your past, I feel here. Something that you once gained strength from, but you're kind of like, the foundation actually wasn't that strong, because we have the Sun coming through next, which, at one point you were happy. You were happy with this person or thing in the past at some point. But it's like something is being revealed about the past or about this person from the past. I feel like it's a person here for a lot of you because of what I'm seeing in the next cards, but there's something, it's kind of like there's something coming to light about something that happened in the past this month. And that's your biggest challenge, is something comes to light about something that has happened in the past, whether it be between you and a person or just something that has happened in the past in general. You're getting a bit of extra information, a personal revelation for some of you, or something literally coming to light about the situation. And it's all coming into this scythe energy, which tells us that, this is going to be your challenge, really, is taking a break, making a sudden change or break from this. So whatever's happened in the past here, or whoever has happened in the past here, it's kind of like you're breaking away from this person and choosing to, now that that's come to light, that means I have to break free from that and from this person. Because when I asked to clarify the scythe, I do get the cat, which the cat, it talks about a person, someone who could have, the cat, it's got the possibility of being someone who is a friend, a loyal companion, but it's the cat, not the dog. So this person also, it's the dual potential. They've got the potential to be a good friend, loyal companion on one side, and then on the other side, they've got the potential to have, want nothing to do with you, or you have get skittish, because when you go up to a cat and you try to pat it, it runs away. But if you allow the cat to come to you, it'll let you pet it. So the cat is kind of like the stranger. So I feel like this is the change that you're needing to make here. It's like this person had the potential to be a good friend, or maybe they were at one point with that Tower. That it could be a childhood friend or somebody from the past who, you were close with. You thought you were loyal, and you thought they were loyal and compassionate. But something comes to light, and then you're kind of realizing that, hang on, I need to make a sudden break free from this energy, and allow this person to be a stranger to me, is what I'm getting from that energy. Okay, Aquarius, you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we'll move on over to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. What's the biggest challenge happening for Pisces in August? Biggest challenge for Pisces in August, please. Just clarify how those first two cards relate to Pisces' biggest challenge in August, please. And then just clarify the third card. What is that in regard to for Pisces? Seems like you're one of the only people, Pisces, who have a more material challenge this month. It is retrograde coming. We're coming into retrograde, Pisces. So, but you do seem to have a more material challenge for yourself this month rather than within. Firstly, we see the house. Okay, followed by the birds. So this is it's like it's got to. I feel like for a lot of you, this is your physical house is the connection here, and the birds is about conversations. So for some of you, it's literally a conversation to do with the house or a conversation with somebody that lives in the house. Because I'm getting that this is like the family home, so there may need to be a conversation between you and somebody that lives in the house. We have them connecting through the clover, so it's telling us that it's like needing to take the risk that you disrupt the stability of the house by having the conversation, because the conversation needs to be had. Okay, a few of the signs have had conversations popping up. I believe Capricorn had a conversation, and there was another sign, maybe Gemini, or Cancer had the conversation as well. But yeah, it's like you needing to take the chance. Like, it feels like it's a risk to have this conversation because you're worried that it's going to like destabilize the housing situation or destabilize the environment, the relationships, with the people in the family, that kind of a thing. But the conversation needs to be had. Obviously, because it's coming through as the challenge that you're going to be facing this month. So you most likely will be having this conversation. The next card we have the coffin. Okay, so that's a death and a rebirth. So this conversation is going to be all about we need to do things a new kind of way. We need to stop doing things that way and start doing things a brand new kind of way. We need to close that, start this. End one chapter, start a new chapter. Death and then a rebirth. That was clarified by the fish. So for a lot of you, this has got to do with the financial situation, to do with the house. I do feel for a lot of you, this is directly to do with the house. So it may be like needing to ask somebody to pay more rent, help pay bills or provide more, a new way of doing things. We see we can't keep doing things like this. We need to do this a different way, is what I'm getting with that coffin. We can't keep doing this. We need to stop doing this so that we can start a new way of doing things, and ending something so we can have a new beginning. It feels like I feel like this is fear that you're worried about destabilizing the connections by having this conversation, but it does, especially with a material thing, it probably does need to happen, Pisces. So especially when it comes to, conversations about money. Yeah, they're hard but a lot of the time they're necessary. So this is your biggest challenge for the month. I'm nosy. I just want to see Pisces. How does this resolve for Pisces with this issue, please? It seems like it will resolve one way or another. We have the letter and then the ring. Okay, so it actually strengthens the ability between you and these people or person to have open, clear, honest communication. So it actually strengthens the communication within the relationship. Okay, so it does resolve. It does resolve. It does need to happen. Okay, the hidden energy, we have the flowers as well, giving your time, your love, your energy, receiving that back. So giving your time, your money, your energy, receiving that back. Okay, so it does feel like, yes, this may be a hard conversation to have, but it does seem to work out in your favor, or in the favor of the greater good, I'm getting. Okay, so whatever that means for you, Pisces, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will see you all again soon.